Move over, burgers and tacos.
Why are you being so rude to the burgers and the tacos?
Out of the way!
Ah!
We're going to add a gourmet touch to ground beef today.
With a bolognese sauce and stuffed squash. How does that sound? Here to help, we welcome the chef from Firelake Grill House and Cocktail Bar in downtown Minneapolis, Jim Kyndberg, back to Twin Cities Live.
Thank
It's
you.
nice to see
Hello,
you,
Jim.
sir.
Great to see you.
Okay, ground beef, a pound of ground beef. I feel like 90% of Americans have that in their fridge right now, and they're probably making kind of the same thing.
Sure.
So this is nice that you're going to help us switch it up.
Yeah, definitely. We'll get you out of that comfort zone just a little bit. Try something new.
What's a bolognese?
Bolognese?
Yeah, let's
It's
be
an
real.
Italian meat ragu.
Ah,
Okay,
love
an
it. Let's
Italian
make it.
meat
What do
ragu.
we
All
do?
right.
We're going to start off. We need a nice heavy kind of cast iron skillet.
Okay,
So we're going to add a little bit of olive oil.
nice.
So we're going to kind of walk you through browning of the ground beef. So we're going to start off with the olive oil.
Uh-huh.
And this is actually a ground beef that is made using chuck, brisket, and short rib.
Oh my gosh.
So you don't have to go fancy. Of course, being chefs, we always
That's
like to
what
pull
you
out the
do.
stops.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you
No.
want to go lean, you could go to the 93%. If you want to go a little richer.
Now, can you
go
ask for
Yeah,
that from your
right.
butcher, though? Like, could you
Yes,
go in and you could say,
definitely.
okay, I would like a ground beef that has a mixture of these different meats, and they would do
Oh,
that
that's
for
cool.
you?
Even if it's just ground chuck, but yes, a lot of the
Yeah.
butchers will and should be able to accommodate
So
that
get to
request.
know your friend the butcher,
For
and
sure.
then call them, and then that's something that you could add. Because I bet even just ground chuck added to your chili would make it so much
Exactly,
better.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
cool.
All right, so
Okay.
it's in there,
Yep.
browning, half
And it's
done. How long
preheated,
do
so you
leave
have
it
that
there?
nice sizzle.
You want that?
And I don't want to move it around a lot in the beginning. I just kind of want to flake it up, crumble it up, and just let it brown. If you move it around too much, you're going to end up poaching it. So the liquid will escape, and then you just end up kind of boiling it in its
So
own
that's
liquid.
probably a mistake a lot of people are making with
sure.
when they
True.
are doing even
That
tacos.
is a big mistake.
Okay.
So let it sit there. And a bolognese, we're actually going to add a little mirepoix, a little trinity of vegetables. So we got some celery.
Trinity.
Mirepoix.
Yes, we're getting fancy.
Mise en place and
Mise en
Trinity's a
place.
veggies.
We were
Let's
talking about
get
mise
going.
en place before we came back, of course, having everything set up,
set out, yeah.
ready to go. Now, these are nice and finely chopped. Is
Yep.
that a key to the bolognese for the texture?
Exactly. I wanted about the same dice as the grain of beef,
Yeah.
so it doesn't stick out. It doesn't have too much texture to it.
Okay.
All right, this is when people are going to get impatient and they're going to want to start mixing all of that like thunderously in there.
Exactly.
Still don't do it.
Don't do it. Let it brown. Let it sizzle. Let it kind of crisp up. That's going to develop flavor. It'll actually form a little fond of that brown bits. That'll add more depth, more flavor to your dish.
Oh, I love this. This is
All right.
good. Okay, what else is going to
So we
go
also
in?
got a little roasted garlic in here.
Delicious.
love
I mean,
Can't go wrong.
roasted garlic I could just eat by the
could eat it
clove.
raw.
I
I could eat it
know,
raw.
so good.
Tomato paste. So we're not burying this in a lot of tomato sauce, but we are going to add a little bit of paste that's going to add that rich flavor. So we're creating a foundation of those flavors to kind of slowly simmer,
Okay.
develop over time. A true bolognese, expect at least an hour and a half of simmering.
Yeah.
Just develop those flavors. Yeah, definitely.
It takes a long time.
But-
It's like an Italian grandmother. You got to put
Oh.
love.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So, and then you can kind of cover the lid too and just kind of let it sit there and simmer. And then your whole house is going to smell so wonderful.
So good. And the bolognese is really, I mean, I like that you're mentioning that about the tomatoes because it's about the meat more than
Yep.
it's not like a tomato sauce with meat. It's
Exactly.
meat with a little bit of tomato.
So yeah, since we're focusing on beef today, I thought this would be a great recipe to bring out that
Yeah.
nice quality beef flavor.
Oh, spice it up, sir.
Yeah, if you like it spicy, cayenne or I like red chili flakes, we're going to add to taste.
Yum.
Give it a little kick. Then we got some fresh herbs.
Oh, okay. Looks like some thyme maybe in there.
Exactly.
You doing salt and pepper at the very end? Are you doing that intentionally with that?
We can add it right at this stage because we're going to let it simmer after we add the liquids. The liquids being a little white wine
Okay.
and a little milk. A little
Look at
heavy
that.
milk, yeah.
White wine and
want
milk.
this?
If you want to pour that in, that'd be
Sure,
great.
would love to. So
me
here
give it a
goes
little
the
stir.
wine. And then we just simmer, let her
Simmer,
go.
simmer,
And
let
then
it go.
serve with some pasta, huh?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So we actually have a finished dish up here.
Perfect.
You can
Look
see
how
as it cooks
beautiful.
down. We have that on the Firelake menu downtown.
Wow, look, let's dig into that. Here, I'm going to serve you up.
Yes, please do.
Let's
This
do-
is my first time
Okay.
having this is my virgin experience with bolognese. And I'm very
So
excited about it. I
good.
like that we have a good ground meat blend here. So I
Looks
know
like
I'm
you
getting the
topped
good
it with
stuff.
a little bit of like, what is that, mozzarella, ricotta?
That's actually ricotta. So we take ricotta cheese, fold it with some fresh herbs. There's a little bit more roasted garlic in there as well.
Gosh.
And the pasta we used is a cavatelli pasta. So on the menu at Firelake, we actually do this with venison
Oh,
during the
cool.
fall and
Oh,
winter
yeah.
months. But great solid recipe you can adapt to using ground beef for sure.
Nice little kick. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
good spice. That's great
Wow,
spice.
I
That's
love
really
that.
tasty.
Okay, let's talk about this squash dish here too. This is another fun way to really elevate ground beef because look how beautiful that looks. Boy, that's good.
So there's a little Mexican influence in that. This is straight off Minnesota Beef Council's website.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
So
fun.
we're working with that quality ground beef again,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
put some Mexican flavor into it. Very simply prepared. Brown the ground beef just like we did with the bolognese.
Yep.
And then we added some Mexican flavors to it, so some chili powder, some cumin. There's still some garlic and some
Let's try
onions in
that.
there.
Okay, I'm just going to reach
Dive
right
into
in there,
that.
guys.
What's happening down here, Jim, with these meatballs?
That's
Whoa,
another
buddy.
one off of Firelake's menu.
Mercy.
And those are known as Lena's meatballs, so definitely Swedish inspired. Served with white cheddar herb mashed potatoes, finished with a porcini mushroom sauce.
Oh my gosh, Jim. I got to tell you, I would make that stuffed squash any day. That is
Isn't that nice?
really, really good,
Yeah,
Jim.
that's
And,
different.
you know, we want to mention Firelake still has reservations available for you on Thanksgiving if you don't want to cook and you want to go
him
out,
cook
go
for you.
downtown.
Yes, we do a great Thanksgiving.
And if you want these recipes and other great ground beef ideas, head to TwinCitiesLive.com and click on food. And don't forget to download our free TCL recipes app on your smartphone to get these recipes on the go. Big thanks to the Minnesota Beef Council for sponsoring Twin Cities Live. Great to see you, Jim.
Thank you. Great
Jim,
to see
that
you
was
as well.
Thanksgiving.
Thanks,
pleasure.
man. Good
Yum.
stuff. You bet. Hey, you know what? Jim's got a really good beard. So
Yeah,
coming
he
up-
does.
Beards are in right now, but you know what? Too much